welcome back to my channel. If it's the first time here, I invite you to subscribe. And well, in today's video I'm gonna show you how to crochet these baby moccasins. They're for size 0 to 3 months. It measures 9 to 9.5 centimeters. Okay, so this is the style. It's very cute and very simple to make. So if you would like to learn how to make these moccasins, keep on watching and let's get into the materials. Okay, well, we need a 1mm yarn. Okay, since this yarn, I don't have the name tag, but its name is Artiste. You can find it at Hobby Lobby. I'll leave that link in the description box. Okay, so the name is Artiste. It's less than a 1mm and we need a 1mm yarn. So that's why I'll be working with 2 double thread like this. That's why I have two of each color, because I'll be using it in double thread, so I can have the 1mm yarn. I'll be using it in color red, and this one, I don't know the name, but it's like a brownish color. We need the 1.75 crochet hook. This is optional, guys, but if you don't have them, don't worry. But if you do, I'll be using 2 eyelets, or four in total, 2 for each shoe. This is 5mm eyelets. I'll leave the link in the description box as well, and we need the puncher as well. So now with that said, let's get into the tutorial, guys. Okay, so let's start by making the sole. I'll start with the brownish color. We need 20 chains. Okay, once you have your 20 chains, we're gonna start working in the 4th chain from the hook. So we count 1, 2, 3, and 4. In the 4th, we do an increase of double crochet. So right here, make a double crochet. In the same spot, make another double crochet. We have that increase. Now make 15 double crochet, 1 in each chain. Okay, so we have 1 and 2. Make 13 more, so you can have the total of 15. Finish my 15 double crochet, and we have left 1 chain. In that chain, make 6 double crochets. 1, 2, just like that, until you have your 6 double crochets. Okay, so once you have your 6 double crochets, we're gonna repeat the same steps we did right here at the beginning, making 15 double crochets. Okay, until you get to the end right here. Okay, so I finished my 15 double crochets, and we have left this spot right here. Right here, make an increase of double crochet, just like we did at the beginning. So we have 1 double crochet in the same spot, make another double crochet, and find your 3rd chain, which is this. The first one is hiding, and then 2 and 3. In the 3rd chain, we're going to slip stitch. We finish row 1. Now chain 1, and that chain is your first stitch, your first single crochet. Okay, so don't lose that chain. I'm sorry, don't lose that chain. We go into the next stitch, and we do an increase of single crochet. 1 in the same spot, another single crochet. We have that 1 increase. In the next spot, make another increase of single crochet. I'm sorry. Okay, so we have 2 increases and the chain. Now make 6 single crochets. 1, 2, just like that, until you have your 6. Okay, so once you have your 6 single crochet, now make 3 half double crochets. We have 1, 2, and 3. And now in the next spot, make double crochet. In total, we have to make 6 double crochets. So I have 2. I'm making 4 more, so I can have the total of 6. Okay, guys, so we did the chain, 2 increases of single crochet, 6 single crochet, 3 half double crochet, and 6 double crochets. Now in the next stitch, make an increase of double crochet. In total, we have to have 6 increases of double crochet. So I made 2, I have to make 5 more, so I have the total of 6 counting this increase. Once you finish your 6 increases, you're gonna repeat the same steps we did right here. So you get, after the 6 increases, you do 6 double crochets, 3 half double crochets, 6 single crochets, okay, just like we did at the beginning. Okay, so I finished my 6 increases, 6 double crochets, 3 half double crochets, and 6 single crochets. Now right here we have left 2 stitches. We are making an increase of single crochet in each one of those stitches. So we did 1 increase in the next stitch, make another increase, 1 and 2, and right here in this spot is the slip stitch from the last row. Okay, so right here, not right here, because this one is the chain. So right here we are going to make 1 single crochet. Now we find the chain, which is right here, and make your slip stitch. Okay, so we finished row 2. Now chain 3, 1, 2 and 3, and this 3 chains is your first double crochet. Now in the next stitch, make an increase of double crochet. Okay, in the same spot, make another double crochet because we have to have the increase. Okay, we have 1 increase in the 3 chains. In total, we have to make 4 increases of double crochet. So we are starting increase number 2. Okay, so we have 1, 2. Let's make 2 more so we can have the total of 4 increases. Okay, so I finished my 4 increases of double crochet, and in total have the 3 chains and 4 increases. Now continue working in the next stitch, make your double crochet. We have to make 15 double crochets. So I have 2, let's make 13 more so we have the 15. Okay guys, so I finished my 15 double crochets. Now right here we have in the next stitch we have to make an increase of double crochet. In total we have to have 12 increases of double crochets. Okay, so I just did 1. We have to make 11 more increases. Once you finish your 12 increases of double crochet, you'll repeat what we did right here at the beginning, which was 15 double crochets and 4 increases of double crochets. Okay, so finish your 12 increases, then work 15 double crochets and repeat the 4 increases we did at the beginning. Okay, so I finished my 12 increases, and then I did 15 double crochets, and right here finish my 4 increases of double crochet, and we have left 1 stitch. Okay, I'm sorry for my nail guys but right here we have left 1 stitch. Okay, so right here make just 1 double crochet, and find your 3rd chain, count 1, 2 and 3, and right here in the 3rd chain slip stitch because we finished with row number 3. Okay, for the last row, okay, so for the last row, chain 1. In this row, I repeat like in my other videos, do not crochet too tight, because you want your sew to be flat. You don't want it like to be all folded from any space. Okay, just you want to be the sew flat so it can look, the shoe can look very nice. So please don't crochet too tight in this row. So this chain is your first chain, your first single crochet. We go in the next stitch and make an I'm sorry guys, make a single crochet. Next stitch, make a single crochet. Next stitch, make a single crochet. This row is gonna work like that, making single crochets all around. So right here, counting the chain, we have 1 and then 2, 3, 4. Make repeat working single crochets until you have 72 single crochets counting the chain. Okay, so I finished my 72 single crochets. Now find your first chain, which is this one, and slip stitch. Okay, if your sew is like folded, like something like this, just go like this. Okay, until it's flat. Just fix your stitches, guys, okay? Fix them, fix them, fix them, so the sew can look a little bit more flat. See? Just like this. So, or you can put something like this and it's gonna go flat. Okay, so now let's get started in this part of the shoe. Okay, guys. So chain 1, and is your first single crochet. Now working only in the back loop. Okay, this is front loop and this is back loop. Working only in the back loop, making single crochets all around. Okay, just like this in the back loop, single crochet, back loop, single crochet all around until you have 72 single crochets counting the chain. Okay, so I finished my 72 single crochets. Now find your first chain. Do not work in this space right here, because this one is a slip stitch from last row. Okay, so don't work in there, because if you do, you're gonna be increasing. We don't want that. Okay, so we skip this one, and in the chain we slip stitch. Okay, so chain 1, and this row, grabbing both loops, the front and the back, just like a normal single crochet. Continue working single crochets all around until you have a total of 72 single crochets counting the chain. Okay, guys, so I finished my second row of single crochets. Now find the first chain, which is right here, and slip stitch. Okay, so now if you have a stitch marker, you can use the stitch marker, but if you don't, just use a piece of yarn. Okay, we're gonna count this way. Okay, I'm grabbing my, okay, so we're gonna count right here. Right here is where we slip stitch. Don't count the stitch. So on the next one, count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and 13, and slips, and put your marker right there. Let's count again. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, and 13. Okay, so put your stitch marker there. Now right here, work 3 chains, 1, 2, and 3, and counts as your first double crochet. Now on the next stitch, work another double crochet. We have to work 10 double crochets more, so you have the total of 12 counting these 2. Okay, so I finished my 12 double crochets. Now make 1 half double crochet in the next stitch. Okay, like this, and in the next stitch make the single crochet, and continue working single crochets just like this until you get to this one before. So to this stitch right here, one before we have the stitch marker. Okay, single crochet. Okay, so I finished my single crochets and I got where we have the stitch marker. So remove the stitch marker, and right there in this stitch make a half double crochet. Okay, and in the next stitch make your first double crochet, next stitch make your second one, and you have to have 10 stitches left. Work 10 double crochets. Okay, so you have the total of 12 double crochets. Okay, so I finished my double crochets. Now find your third chain, 1, 2, and in the third chain make your slip stitch. Okay, so now let's count again. Let's count this way: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. In the 11th, put your stitch marker. Okay, because now chain 3, 1, 2, and 3, and counts as your first double crochet. Now in the next stitch make a double crochet. In total make 10 double crochets. So we have 2, 1, 2, make 8 more, so you have the total of 10. Okay, so I finished my 10 double crochets. Now make 1 single crochet, no, I'm sorry, 1 half double crochet Okay, and then continue working single crochets all the way until you get to one before the stitch marker, because we're gonna repeat the same steps. Okay. Okay, so I got where I have the stitch marker. Now let's make one half double crochet right here where we had the stitch marker, and in the next stitch make the double crochet. Okay, and finish the round making double crochets. Okay, so find your third chain again and slip stitch, because we finished with this row. Now let's count this way. Okay, let's count 9 stitches this way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and in the 9th put your stitch marker. Okay, so now chain 3, 1, 2, and 3. In the next stitch, make the second double crochet, make 6 more double crochets, so you have the total of 8, counting these 2. Once you have your 8 double crochets, in the next stitch make your half double crochet, in the next stitch make your single crochet, and continue working single crochets until you get to the point of 1 before the stitch marker. Okay, so I got right here again where I have the stitch marker. Now make your half double crochet and finish the round making double crochets. In total you have to have 8 double crochets, I'm sorry. Okay, so now make your slip stitch again in the third chain, 1, 2, and 3, chain 1, and cut the yarn, because we finished for now this part right here. So this is what we should have. Always, guys, this is a tip, okay? Always fix your shoe before you head into the next step, because that's gonna make the shoe look more nice with better shape. Okay, so this is what we should have. See, my sole is still flat, as you can see. And let's start working right here in this part. Okay, guys, so now I have my stitch markers already. I'm gonna show you how you should find the perfect stitch for you to start working. Put your crochet hook like this. So remember, in the first row we have these 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So in the middle right here we leave 3 stitches right here and 3 stitches, and in the middle go up, up, up like this. Okay, and then go up like this and put your stitch marker. Then count right here, not where you put the stitch marker, but in the second one, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, and put your stitch marker. Then you can remove, don't remove it, count where you have the stitch marker, count 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay, so now we can remove, and in total we have to have 10 stitches. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Okay, so where we have the stitch marker starting by this side, we can remove the stitch marker, and working only in the back loop like this, insert the yarn. Okay, so now chain 1 and counts as the first single crochet. Now go to the next stitch, grabbing only the back loop, and make your single crochet. The next one, grabbing only back loop, single crochet. The next one, back loop, single crochet, until you get to the stitch marker. Okay, so I finished. In total, counting the chain, you should have 10 single crochets. Okay, now we turn the work with the thread like this, and the thread has to cover the first stitch. So we skip this first stitch, and in the second one we single crochet 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. And right here is the chain that we started. We skipped this one, and right here in the next stitch, grabbing only this loop, do 1 single crochet, and then the next stitch, grabbing only this loop, do a single crochet. Okay, so now turn your work, flip it like this, and the thread has to cover the first stitch. So skip this one, the first one, and in the second one start working all the way. You have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and in this row don't skip the last one, okay? So work on the last one, and 9. We go down right here, this stitch, grabbing the back loop, do 1 single crochet, in the next stitch, grabbing the back loop, do a 1 single crochet. Okay, turn your work, and again the thread has to be right here covering the first one, so you skip the first one. In the second one you start working 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and right here is the last one, and 10. Go down right here and grab only this front loop and make a single crochet. The other stitch, grab only this first loop and do a single crochet. Now you turn your work, skip the first one, which is this one, and continue working like that. In this row you should have 11, okay? And then you grab 2 loops right here, 2 stitches, only the back loop, and turn your work. You skip the first one and do again another row. In the next row you should have 12. Okay, so I finished my 2 rows. You should finish with 12 single crochets, okay? And now let's grab right here in the next one again, let's grab 2. So here's 1, and in the next stitch grab another one, you have 2. So we turn your work, and in this following rows you're gonna skip 1 and 2. The 2 single crochets you made right here, you're gonna skip them. So we skip 1, 2, and in the next one you start working 1 and 2. You should and finish working until you get to this point. You should have 12 single crochets. Okay, so I finished with my 12 single crochets. Now right here, grab again the back loop, grab 1, do 1 single crochet. In the next stitch, make another single crochet, turn your work and skip those 2, 1, 2, and in the third one you start working, making your 12 single crochets. That's the way you're gonna repeat working 8 rows in total. So we started row number 2, we finished this row and make 6 more rows. Okay, remember you grab 2 from right here, and then you skip those 2 because you have to work only in 12, having only 12 single crochets. So again, finish this second row and make 6 more rows. Okay guys, so I finished my 8 rows. This is the way you're gonna count them. Okay, we skip this first row, and in the second one you count 8, you have 8, in the third one you have 9, 10, 11, and 12 right here. Okay, and then you count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8 rows of 12 single crochets. Now once you have your 8 rows, you're gonna grab only in the next stitch only this, the back loop, or this is the front loop. Okay, grab it and make just one single crochet, and then turn your work. You skip that single crochet, skip it, and in the next one you work the first single crochet. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. Okay, so chain 1, turn your work, and return working your 12 single crochets, just like that. Okay, so I finished. I returned working my 12 double single crochets. Now chain 1. We skip this first stitch, and in the next one you work your first single crochet. So we have 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and we have 2 stitches left. So we skip this one, and in the last one you make your 10th single crochet, chain 1, and return working 10 single crochets. Okay, in this row you have to have 10, just like this, guys. Okay, so I finished. Now chain 1, and in the next, without skipping, right into the first stitch, make your first single crochet. Okay, in this row again you have to have 10 single crochets. You finish this row, chain 1, and return making single crochets. Okay, I finished my 2 rows of 10 single crochets. Now chain 1 and cut the yarn, guys. We should have something like this. Again, always fix your shoe, or shape your shoe, just like this. Okay, so this is what we have. Now we're gonna start working on this side. I don't know where they I don't know what they're called, but we're gonna start working in this side. Okay, guys, so right here is the last stitch where we worked. Okay, right here. So we count 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Right here we're gonna start working. Okay, so add your yarn right there and chain 1, which counts as the first single crochet. Now into the second stitch right here, which is the left loop, work your second single crochet. We have 2, 3, 4, and this fifth stitch right here, you're instead of grabbing only one, instead of only grabbing this loop, you're gonna work in both loops. Okay, so grab both loops like this and work your single crochet. I'm sorry, guys. Okay, so we have 5, and then we grab 2 more stitches right here. We do 2 more, so we have 6 and 7 single crochets. We chain 1, turn the work, and in the first one we make the first single crochet. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and right here is the chain 1 that we started. Right there you have to make the last single crochet. It can be a little bit difficult, guys, if you crochet too tight like me. Let me grab it. Okay, guys, finally I finished. So we have 2 rows. In total we have to have 8 rows of 7 single crochets. Okay, so we have to work 6 more rows, so you have the total of 8 counting these 2. And remember to hide your thread behind the single crochets, and we could cut this already. So finish working your 8 rows, 6 more rows. Okay, guys, so I finished 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 rows of 7 single crochets. Now chain 1 and cut the yarn. Okay, now we're gonna make the other one, but in this one we're gonna start like this. Look, here's the shoe. We're gonna count. This is the last stitch we worked on right here, so we're gonna count 1 and 2 this way and add the yarn, grabbing both loops guys. Okay, remember, chain 1 counts as the first single crochet. Now in the second stitch, make the second single crochet, and right here is the last stitch we worked on. So this, remember to grab both loops like this, and we have, I'm having a little bit of trouble guys because of this thread. Okay, so right here like this we make the third single crochet, and then in the last and the next stitches we only have one loop left. Okay, so we will work only in those loops left. So we count, we have 1 2 3 4 5. We have to make 2 more stitches so we can have the total of 7. I have 6, and then in this one I make my last single crochet, so I have 7. And again we have to chain 1, turn, and make 7 single crochets. We're just repeating. We have to make 8 rows again of 7 single crochets. Okay guys, so I finished my 2 sides. Now grab your second color, which in my case is this red one, and right here where we made the double crochets, or where we cut the yarn, right here, insert your new color, okay, and chain 1, which is your first single crochet. In the next stitch, make a single crochet. The next stitch, single crochet. You're only making single crochets where you did the double crochets from this row. Okay, only single crochet like this, single crochet, single crochet. Okay, we can cut those already. Single crochet, and right here is the half double crochet. You see, you make your single crochet right here. So we did single crochets on top of the double crochets and on top of the half double crochet. Now right here is the single crochet. In these stitches we're only going to slip stitch. Again, do not slip stitch too tight guys. Okay, so you are going to slip stitch all around, just like this. Okay guys, and we're gonna slip stitch around this side too. So right here we're going to slip stitch like that, and slip stitch all around, just like this guys. Okay, so slip stitch all around, all right here. When you get to this point, you're going to slip stitch in these loops you see right here, these left loops that we left when we were making the front part. Okay, so you're gonna grab those and you're gonna slip stitch, and you're gonna come and slip stitch all the way here, and right here is the half double crochet. Thank you, mi amor. Okay, so like I said guys, right here is the last single crochet, and right here is the half double crochet. From half double crochet to the finished part, you're going to make single crochets, not slip stitch. Okay, so you're only going to slip stitch right here in the last single crochet. Okay guys, so I finished. I cut the yarn and hide it already, and right here this part you can get the hook the crochet hook and only like go around like this so you can fix this part right here. Just go like this, guys. Okay, all around so it can look more like more fixed, more cute. So now we're gonna glue these two sides, guys, like this. If you don't want to glue them, that's okay, but I did glue them like this. Okay, you're gonna grab your glue and just add a little bit, only a little bit of glue like that, and glue this part. And you're gonna repeat the same step with this one, making sure it's like the same edge. So something like this you have to have, guys. I glued them already. Okay, so now we're gonna make the last part, which is this part. Okay, so just grab your red color again, or whichever color you chose. Okay, like I said, you're gonna grab the red color or your second color, and you're gonna make 20 chains. Okay, once you have your 20 chains, you're gonna start working in the fourth. 1, 2, 3, and the fourth. You make your first double crochet, so you have 2 counting the chains, and repeat working double crochets all the way until you get to the last chain, guys, only making double crochets. So I finished making my single crochet, guys. Just chain 1 and cut the yarn, and you can hide already. If you don't have the eyelets, you just hide the thread and just glue this part right here. If you don't have them, okay, it will look still look cute. See? But I'm sorry, guys, my daughter turned on the TV. Okay, but if you want to add the eyelets, you're just going to skip these 2 stitches, and right here in the third one you're gonna add the eyelid, just like this. You repeat the same step this way. Skip these 2, and right here in the third one you put your eyelid. Okay, guys, so once you have your eyelets ready, here they are, you just glue this part right here in the middle. Okay, from edge to edge, just like this. So I'm gonna go ahead and glue this part and see you my finished result. Okay, guys, so this is my finished result. It's very simple to make, and I don't know if you like it, but I love this style. I think it came out really pretty, really cute, and the better is that it's really simple to make. It's really easy. So I hope you like this video, guys, and if you do, please leave a nice comment or thumbs up this video, and please don't forget to subscribe, because I'm gonna be uploading a lot of English content. So yeah, guys, I hope you like it, and see you next video. Bye.